The weather is trying to decide if it's August or October, though I do think it's settled on October for right now, at least. My allergies are all over the place, and my social calendar, it's been busy. But the coffee has been good, and I've got books to read. These are some random TTRPG thoughts. Let's roll it. Mornings. We live streamed an actual play of Monty Python's co-curricular medieval reenactment program this week. My character submitted a letter of complaint to the BBC, annoyed the head of Light Entertainment, and was shot by Bolsheviks. It was amazing. Check out the link. For the past year, I've been dropping hints about what I've been slowly prepping for my Numenera group, tying in all the things that they've been doing. This week, things began moving in that direction, and I am kind of psyched, to be honest. I'm getting ready for GameholeCon. I just hope that there's air traffic controllers working when it's time for me to go. That is not a drive I'd care to make. I really hate driving. Hey, do you like fun t-shirts and hoodies to show off your love of the hobby while you're out and about? If so, check out the DM Tales merch store, which includes designs like this one, calling people to roll some dice because there are worlds waiting for them. If you'd like this shirt, as well as a number of other fun designs, follow that link right there. Let's get back to the randomness. I used my Kobo Libra color to take notes during my Numenera session this week. I enjoy that process, even though my handwriting makes it look like I'm a drunk doctor. Now, here's a question. Why did I take my notes on my Kobo? A couple reasons. First, my iPad's just too big at the table. I have the 12.9-inch Pro, so it gets in the way. And then second, if I write on paper, my hand gets stained, and I've had enough of that in my life. This is just one of these small burdens left-handed people face. I mean, folks, you need to understand. To me, the entire world is backwards. So an ice raid featuring Black Hawk helicopters was unleashed on a Chicago apartment building this week. You know, the kind of helicopters you use in like war zones. There are reports of folks being dragged out of their homes naked and of kids being zip-tied together as they were led outside. Those are monstrous. But here's the thing, they're a symptom of the threat rather than the threat itself. Because think of what happened here. ICE emptied an apartment building with no warrants just to see who they could arrest. Folks, if a law enforcement entity can bust down a door and drag you outside without a warrant just to see if they can arrest you, we are all less safe. And if you're thinking, well, they wouldn't do it to me, then you have completely missed the point. When rights, which are the assumed pre-existing defaults for human beings, guaranteed protection under the Constitution. They are not given by the Constitution. They're guaranteed protection from the Constitution because they are pre-existing. And when these rights are snatched from anyone, then we are all harmed. Oh, and you'll also hear people pointing out that, well, some of these people were even U.S. citizens. That is both irrelevant and dangerous. Protected constitutional rights are guaranteed for everyone who lives in any territory or exists in any territory in which the Constitution is the law of the land. Do not allow any of this to become normalized. My Easy D6 Hallmark mini-campaign continues on Monday, October 13th at 8:30 p.m. Come on out and see what the heroes of Hobgoblin Falls get up to. And if you want to catch up on the first session, you can find that at the link right there. I am enjoying my read-through of Star Trek Adventures, that second edition. Now, I will say this, there are points of it which are very progressive, and I admit some of the editorial decisions had me cocking my head in confusion just a bit. And then I remembered that Star Trek had two bridge officers whose presence was radical in the 1960s. A Russian and a black woman who was a commissioned officer on the bridge. Star Trek has always been progressive. But here's the thing. The bits from the original series, they were things I already assumed were normal by the time I was growing up, because I did not watch in the 60s. I got to them in reruns with my dad. Now, similarly progressive ideas being presented nowadays, they're newer to me, so I notice them more. We live and we learn. Most of the games I'm playing at GameholeCon are 2-hour sessions, and I find this helpful because I end up with more time to roam around doing interviews and recording reflections. Now, I'm not sure when I'm going to eat, though. That's just those little details like that which vex me. I'm also an introvert, so I don't know who I'm eating with because I always feel like I'm intruding on any group that I go someplace with. My psychology is, let's just call it interesting. One nice thing about going to PAX Unplugged is that I can commute to it. Now, this means I don't get the full experience because I do try to get home in time for my little's bedtime, but I also don't need to worry about bringing home any purchases from the convention. I'm trying to pack really light for GameholeCon and probably won't be picking up a lot of stuff. Unless I pack really well, that is. Challenge accepted? I have somehow managed to reach the 1,000 follower mark on TikTok. Now, in the world of TikTok, that is nothing. But to be honest, even reaching that milestone confuses me. I am just not cool enough for a platform like that. And still, some folks seem to like it, so I guess that's nice. Did you enjoy this video? Well, if so, please do the whole like, comment, share routine for it. It really helps. Also, if you aren't subscribed, please consider doing so you don't miss any upcoming content. And if you think about it, hit that notification bell because sometimes subscriptions just get lost. Thanks also to my coffee contributors who support this channel out of the kindness of their hearts. If you'd like to help make some caffeine available to DM Tales, the link is right over there. Thanks so much, folks. Star Trek Adventures will be the next review coming up on the channel. Also, as I said in the list, I've got my second session of Hallmark ready to go for Monday, October 13th. We did have a player drop out so he could help out with someone in real life, and Chris, we wish you the best and we will miss you. But taking on the role of Varen moving forward is none other than Scrat from A Squirrel Plays. So also thank you, Scrat, for jumping in. I hope to see some of you at GameholeCon. I'll be doing some interviews while I'm out there, including one on the upcoming update to Numenera with some folks from Monty Cook Games, and that will be a blast. Until we see each other again, folks, happy playing, everyone.